So tell me, where are we getting confused about number lines? Sir.
How I am is where all the rounding, where it says 1 for the nearest hundred. I just do it to the closest number.
I just do it to the closest number. I'm confused when it says round to the hundreds.
That's what
Okay.
we do. That's
Okay.
that's what we both do.
Is that it? Anything else?
What was the other one? The other one that you said.
Round to the nearest 10?
No.
Ma'am?
To me, just whenever, because then I just think, I have no clue what this says.
But you understand this, right? The smaller numbers are to the left. It gets bigger to the right. It's just showing you a piece of our infinite numbers. Our numbers go on and on and on and on and on forever. So I'm just taking a chunk and we're looking at it. So right now the chunk that we're looking at are the numbers between 600 and 700. To give you a number. Between 600 and 700. 669. So that's about where it would be, right? Because 650 is here, 660, 670, 680, 690, 700. If we were doing by small little by tens tick marks, right?
Do it.
So if I was rounding to the nearest 100, which 100 is it closer to? 700?
650.
Or that's not the 100, that's the 10 place value.
600. 700. 700.
Yeah, look at the place value. We did place value last week. Round to the nearest 100. So you're going to want only the hundreds place value to have a number and everything behind it to be zeros. So is 669 closer to 700 or closer to 600?
700.
700. So you could just draw something like that and that would be marked correct. Okay?
Or this. Is that 706?
No.
Yeah, I kind of looks like it.
So guys, just think about it like rounding. Think about a guy like Mr. Round.
Mr. Round. His name could be Mr. Round. Hi, Mr. Round. Miss Pie, Oh, I thought it was Mr. Round.
Here's Mr. Round.
Hi, Mr. Round. Hi, Mr.
And he is real lazy. And he just only wants to take the shortest path. So is Mr. Round going to want to go all the way through the 650s, 640s, all the way to here? Or is he going to want to hightail it over? He only has to go through the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and he's there.
Yeah, he wants to do that.
So Mr. Round wants to go the shortest way. He wants to get to the thing that's closest to him. He's not going the long way. Okay? How about with this one, if we said we were going to round to the nearest 10.
It will be 6.
So it's 669. So which place value am I looking at? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Which place value am I looking at here?
10.
The tens place value. So which one am I looking to round?
60.
Yeah, the 60. So 69. So we're just looking at this. Is 69 closer to 70 or closer to 60?
70.
70. Yeah. So 669 would round to 670 if we were rounding by the tens place value. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Are we feeling a little better?
Yep.
Okay. Somebody give me a number between 640 and 660. Sir.
600?
Between 640 and 660.
50.
650?
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Okay. Now here's the trick, and I remembered I didn't remember it, I looked it up, what the saying was. 4 on the floor. It's 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, give it a rest.
Oh.
So 650, so that's 5 or more, so it's always going to round up. If it was 649, Would it round up or down?
Down.
Down because of the 4. Okay.
Huh? I think we're getting it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yay. I hear some celebration. I'm happy about that. So if I'm
Silent celebration.
thank you, yes. If I'm rounding 650 to the nearest 10, just say if you were gonna round, if you wanted to round up or down, it would go to 600. But what about 650 if you wanted to round it to the nearest 100? What place value am I looking at?
700.
What place value am I looking at? Sir?
600.
Yeah, I'm looking here. And what is going to inform me of my decision to either go up or go down?
Go down.
What's right next to it?
10.
And so 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, give it a rest. So which way are we going if I'm doing my hundreds place value?
Up.
Up, why?
Because it has a 5 next to it and
Yes.
up and if he goes up 5, 6, so more than 5.
Yes, absolutely. So whenever it says to the nearest 10, then you would look at the one next to it, the ones place value, to decide whether the 10 is going to go up or down. So if I have 14 rounded to the nearest 10, is that going up to 20 or down to 10?
Down to 10.
Because it's 4. Yep. So down to 10. 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, give it a rest.
Wait,
So if
you say
5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, give it a rest.
Oh my goodness.
So when it says round to the nearest 100, you're looking at that number. Which way is that number going to go? But what is going to inform my decision will be the place value right next to it.
10.
So my tens place. So if I have 560,
Go up.
I have 5, so I know I'm either going to go to 500 or 600. But what's going to inform my decision? My tens place value,
So go up.
which is a 60. So am I going to go up or down?
Up.
Up. Are we feeling okay?
Yep, I'm feeling really okay.
So we'll do one more. I need a number between 150 and 250.
I want one.
Sir,
350.
I need a number between 150 and 250. Ma'am?
240.
240. So that would be, where would that one be?
Closer to 7.
It'd be like right here.
Yeah.
So 240, if I have 240 and I'm rounding to the nearest 100 place value, that means that I'm looking at the 100 place value. So it's either going to stay at 2 or it's going to go up a 3.
Down to 2.
And what's going to inform my decision?
Do 10.
The tens place value, which is a 4.
So 300. So
Which way are we going to go?
Go down.
We're going to go down because it's 4 or less. Give it a rest. Okay?
How does it go?
5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, give it a rest.
I think we're getting it.
What if I had 159 and I want to round to the nearest tens place value? Which number am I looking at first? Sir,
100.
rounding to the nearest tens place value.
1, 5.
The 5, right. So the 5 is my tens place value, so I need to know if it's going to stay with 50 or go up to 60. Which number is going to inform my decision whether to bump up or bump down?
Can't see.
Sir,
Bump down. You bump up.
so we need to know whether we're going to 50 or 60.
Bump up.
And how do you know?
Because the ones place is higher.
Because the ones place is higher than
no.
what?
Because the 5 always goes up.
But 5 is what we're looking to see. Does 5 go this way or that way?
Up.
So this is what we're changing. This is what we're rounding. What will inform our decision is the number right next to it. And that's a 9. So just think about it for a second, guys. You got this. I know you got this. Don't lose me yet.
We're getting there.
I know you are. I'm very proud of you. So just think about zooming into this. 50 to 60, right? That's what we're trying to decide. It's 159. Does it go to 150 or 160? So 155 is here. So 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159. What is it closer to, 50 or 60?
60.
Yeah, 159 is way closer to 160. Mr. Round would just have to take one little step. He would be so happy. Do not make him go all the way back to 150, right?
That's me.
So when you're looking, when you round to the hundreds, when you're rounding to the nearest hundreds place value, you're going to look at this number. It's either going to stay what it is or go up 1.
Go up 1.
And what is going to inform you of that decision
Your 10 place.
is going to be the place value right next to it.
So your 10s.
So will this one become 100 or 200?
200.
Because
the 5.
because
Because the next number is higher.
the next number is 5 or higher. I love that. Let's try one more, okay?
Okay, and then we do the paper.
So round to the nearest 100. Round to the nearest 100. Here's my hundreds place value, so it's either going to stay 300 or it's going to go up to 400.
300.
What's going to inform my decision? What place value? Sir? What place value is going to inform my decision?
I know.
Well, I'm looking, and that's what I'm rounding. I'm rounding my 100 place value
400.
to either 300 or 400, and what's going to inform that decision?
10s.
My tens place value. Is it 5 or more?
No.
It's 4 or less, so I round down.
Where's the score?
Good.
4 less. Give it the rest.
Perfect. So let's try it with the tens place value. I'm rounding the tens place value.
Yeah.
So it's here. So it's either going to stay 30 or it's going to go over to 40.
30.
Which number is going to inform my decision? Sir,
Ones.
the ones place value. Is it 5 or more?
No, it's 5.
Is it 4 or less?
4 less.
Yes, so I round down. So rounding by tens would put you at 330. Rounding to the nearest 100 would put you at 300. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Good. Awesome.